So those are your options for uncommon gems with jewel crafting. Rare gems are significantly easier. You have rare gem patterns. Uh, each color represents different types of stats that can be on it. You have your three solid gems, which are red, yellow, and blue, and your hybrid gems, which are purple, green, and orange. The gems that sell best for me and for the highest profit are red, which is Inferno Rubies, orange, which is your Ember Topaz, and purple, which is your Demon's Eye, specifically because pretty much every class stacks red gems or Inferno Rubies. Those are your main stats, your int, your strength, your agility. And the orange and purple are hybrids of the red. So you're going to get, for example, with the orange, you're going to get int haste, or you're going to get agility dodge. And then with the Demon's Eye, you're going to get things like Strength Hit, or you're going to get Agility Stamina, etc. You know, those have your core stat. Greens and yellows and blues tend to not sell nearly as well for me. And they tend to be low across most servers. Every once in a while, however, you can get an opportunity to bump the price up to 150 gold each, 200 gold each, and get a couple sales in before the price drops again. So always keep an eye out for those opportunities. In general, these three tend to sell in the 20, anywhere from 10 to 30 gold, an average of 20 gold each cut on my server. So you're going to need cut patterns in order to make use of these gems. Each cut pattern requires 3 of your jewel crafting tokens, which you get by doing the daily. So you'll want, in general, to have at least one of each over time. Usually people buy the gems that they use themselves. So if you're a plate wearing DPS, you're probably going to have strength for your red, you're going to have strength hit for your purple, you're going to have strength mastery or strength haste for your orange, and maybe just solid hit for blue. And what you're going to do with green and yellow, I have no idea. You can find out the most popular or the most suggested gems of each color by checking out a theory crafting site such as Elitist Jerks. Or WoW Popular used to have a list of everything based off of pulls from the armory. I don't know if they've updated for Cataclysm yet, but if so, then they would be another good one to check out and see what are most people putting in their gear. And those are the things that are going to sell the best, but you're also going to have the most competition for. So finding a niche gem market is always a good idea. Things that are fairly uncommon that you can occasionally get a good sale on. Guardian's Demon's Eyes are that for me. This was actually a suggestion from my husband to pick up. I don't know why, but he uses them occasionally in his tanking gear when he's working on a threat set, and they can. These right here can sell for 150 gold sometimes, whereas the Purified, which is an extremely popular one, will sell for 50 to 70 gold because everybody and their brother has a cut. So it's something to keep in mind between, you know, the niche market and the popular market. So one thing that I would recommend not doing with your rares is the Perforator. For one, quite a few will get made from jewel crafters that are trying to power level. For two, engineers create eye level 333 ranged weapons as well, and they will actually probably make a lot more of them than the jewel crafters will while leveling. The amount that I would need to sell a perforator for to break even with selling one of my best selling of each color would be about 400 gold, and these are usually on the auction house for about 200 to 300, so it's not nearly as profitable. Things may be different on your server, but I would be very hesitant to suggest the perforator as a viable option. As always, check the numbers yourself before you decide what route you're going. Another thing that can be very iffy, and these use the uncommon gems, is the Fire Prism. This is a once a day 24-hour once a day cooldown. They finally switched it so that it resets at midnight instead of being the old 24-hour cooldown. It requires 3 of each uncommon gem, and it will give you a Fire Prism. When you open the Fire Prism, it's going to have 2, 3, maybe even 4 rare gems in it, and also has a small chance of having a Chimera's Eye. Chimera's Eyes are special gems used by jewel crafters either for their specific BOP cuts, so, you know, the specific cuts that you will use yourself, or they can be used in the specialty jewelry, such as the Elementium medallion and the chokers. There are some rings, etc. Some of these rings can sell decently. Most of the time, they're not worth it. Once again, check the numbers on your server. I haven't had any luck with them. I only have one because of a friend request of picking it up.